Welcome to our deep dive, everyone.
Welcome to this deep dive. For the final V75 round, it's at Bjerke in Norway.
That's right. And it looks like a really demanding card. 7 races, lots of strategic angles, different opinions on favorites.
Yeah, conflicting forecasts all over the place. So our job today is to try and sift through all that, right?
Exactly. We want to give you the distilled view, find the consensus on the likely winner in each race, figure out the main threats.
And crucially, find where that potential long shot value might be hiding. You know, the stuff that could boost returns.
Definitely. It's a complex set, lots of European talent, some key equipment changes flagged too.
Okay, let's dive in. We'll go race by race, V75 1 through 7. Starting with V75 1, the Class Y 2100 meters auto start.
Right. And this one, straight away, it's flagged as, well, open and tricky.
Okay.
The big common thread, the thing everyone seems to agree on, is the scenario. They're expecting a really high pace early on.
High pace. So volatile then.
Exactly. That makes it unpredictable. And the source of that pace seems pretty clear.
Who are the main speed contenders fighting for that lead?
Well, you've got 3 main ones.
Yeah.
First, the favorite, number 3 Weekend Vibe. He's called a victory accumulator. 11 wins from 13 starts in Norway. That's impressive.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's shown serious gate speed, like a 1.10.5 first kilometer in 1 win. Blistering stuff.
Okay, so he's the one to beat to the front.
He is, but he'll get immediate pressure. Number 5, Ace Wibe, is also very fast early, known to be aggressive.
Right.
And then there's 4 Eldorado Spritz. Gocciadoro's horse.
Yeah.
Expected to be much sharper now he's had a race in Sweden.
And Gocciadoro is known for offensive driving. Plus, is he going barfota?
Looks like it, yeah. Racing without shoes, that's usually a sign they're really going for it.
Okay, so we've got 3, 4, and 5 potentially setting a crazy pace. If that happens, if they burn each other out, who benefits? Who's lurking?
That's the key question, isn't it? If that pace war happens, you got to look at the closers. Number 6, Claudric comes in with really good form.
And a bike change.
Yes, switching to a sulky bike. That could give him the extra kick he needs. Norwegian trainers seem pretty high on him.
Okay. Any other long shots?
Well, the really interesting one, the potential headline maker, is 8 Ontario, Maria Turnquist's mare.
A mare against the boys from post 8. That sounds tough.
It is tough, absolutely. The stats are against her. But she ran a really strong closing section behind a top horse recently. If, and it's a big if, that pace up front completely collapses, she's flagged as the one with the capacity to maybe pick up the pieces.
High risk, high reward then. What about number 1, Monsieur Chocolat? Strong finisher, but post 1.
Yeah, post 1 is a killer for him. Big risk of getting boxed in. And 2,100 meters might just be a bit too short for his style anyway.
Okay, so V75 1, expect fireworks early, maybe look for closers like 6 or a big surprise from 8 if it gets crazy. Let's move to V75 2. Axel Jensen's Minislop for the mares. Elite 4-year-olds, small field, only 8.
And here the sources are, well, they're pretty much singing from the same hymn sheet. It's all about 7 to do.
The ridden Killstrom horse.
That's the one. Clear consensus top chance. They're praising her incredible drive, her raw strength.
And that strength is key, right?
Yeah.
Because she can handle the tough trips.
Exactly. She's proven she can win from the death seat, that hard spot outside the leader.
Done it twice recently.
Wow.
And apparently in a recent run, she just jogged 1.09 the last 600 meters. That's just effortless speed. Elite.
Okay, so class seems undeniable. Who could possibly challenge her? Who are the main threats?
2 main ones jump out. First, the local Norwegian star, 5 Skylight. She won the Norwegian Hop Derby.
And the key thing with her is the equipment, isn't it?
Yes. Crucially, she's racing barfota without shoes for only the 2nd time ever.
And the first time was?
Her Derby win, where she showed massive improvement. Her trainer sounds very optimistic.
Right, it's a huge factor.
The other one is 4 Unica SLM, the Gocciadoro runner. Very fast off the gate. Gocciadoro might fancy his chances of grabbing the lead.
But could he hold off on Dinia or Skylight? Maybe not, but even if they press on, she finished strongly last time when she got boxed in. So maybe, a pocket trip behind one of the big favorites could be the perfect setup for her.
So V752 really boils down to that 7-5-4 trio. The big question is, does 7 Andinia cruise, or does she get forced to work hard from the outside by 5 or 4? Seems like class should probably prevail here.
Yeah, the market certainly thinks so. It feels like her race to lose.
Okay, let's switch gears completely. V75-3, Gould Visionin, the Big Noon Pokelin, pure speed, 1,609 meters, a mile sprint. Tupix Toby looks the strong favorite after that big win last time.
He does, but this race, it's all about the start. It's a tactical minefield.
Because of the draw.
Exactly. Tupix Toby, yeah, his record from the front is amazing, wins 7 out of 8 times when he leads. But One Vista Hercules, another Reed and Killstrom horse, has drawn post one, the inside rail. And he finished really well last time, despite a break.
And Bjerke's inside rail, it's pretty advantageous, isn't it? Easier to defend than some other tracks?
It really is, yeah. So if one Mr. Hercules can hold that lead or even just force Tupix Toby into a really brutal fight for it.
Then the pace could get ridiculously hot.
Precisely. Lethal pace. And if that happens, the sources are pointing quite clearly towards one horse benefiting.
Who's that?
10 Devilish Hill. He's a top Norwegian horse. Remember, he was 3rd in the Oslo Grand Prix last year. Reports say he's very sharp right now.
Okay, but hang on. Post 10. In a mile sprint, that's statistically a really bad spot, isn't it?
It's a huge disadvantage, no question. It requires things to go perfectly.
So what's the logic? How does he overcome that?
Needs an absolute meltdown up front. We're talking like a first kilometer in 1.10, 0.0, or even faster. The thinking is that the sheer speed of 1 and 2 makes that a real possibility.
And he has the class to circle them if they tire.
He does, proven at this Todd Gould level. And the form seems to be there. But yeah, he needs that pace collapse. Also worth mentioning, 3 Global Edelon, very capable Jepson drives. Definitely benefits if there's chaos.
Right. Now for something completely different again. V75.4. Class 3, Mach Class 3. This is where everyone seems to agree it's just wide open. It's a sport trappa over 2,600 meters. Okay, so for this race, we basically ignore gate speed and look purely at staying power, even from bad posts.
That's the idea. Focus on the horses with proven capacity, especially those starting further back.
Who are the main contenders then, especially from those tricky spots?
Well, 10 Leverage is highly rated. Looked good in his comeback win. Killstrom picks up the drive. He's the favorite for many. Seems versatile.
But the real value, is it further back? Post 13, 14?
That's where it gets interesting, yeah. Look at 14 Tiberius. Reports say he's in the form of his life.
Really?
Yeah, showed incredible capacity last time, recovered brilliantly after a break. At his current low percentage, he looks like potentially fantastic value, maybe the value bet of the whole day.
Okay, Tiberius. And post 13.
That's 13, Cool Hand Energy, the Hamray horse. Remember he won 9 straight earlier in the year?
Of course, yeah. Incredible street.
Form dipped a bit after that, but showed improvement last time. Now, post 13 over 2,600 meters is just brutal. But his raw capacity is undeniable. If things go his way pace-wise, he's dangerous.
So a horse in the form of its life from 14 versus a 9-time winner from 13. Wow, this race sounds like you absolutely have to spread your bets.
Definitely. It's maximum chaos territory. You should probably also include 6 Chanticleer High Basic Class. Apparently had issues last time, but reported in top form now. You need a mix of those capacity horses from the back, like 10, 13, 14, maybe 15 too, and perhaps some speedier types closer in, like 6, who might just see out the trip.
Understood. Total spread race. Okay. Back to sprinting for V75-5, the bronze division, 1609 auto. After that last race, this feels simpler. The consensus seems strong for one Golden Crescent.
It really does. He's probably the strongest banker, or speak, as they say, outside those main Axel Jensen races we'll get to.
What makes him look so solid?
Everything, really. He's described as ruggedly fast from the gate, confirmed Barfoda all around, Jepson driving, and crucially, post 1 at Bjerke.
That inside rail advantage again.
Exactly. It just sets up perfectly for a wire-to-wire attempt. Hard to see him getting past if he gets the lead easily.
So if he is the banker, we only need to think about who beats him if something goes wrong. Who spoils the party?
The only likely scenario where he loses is if the pace gets too hot. If someone challenges him hard early,
and if that happened,
then 9 Fawaz Mill becomes the prime threat, another Turnquist horse. He's actually undefeated in 3 tries over this mile distance. Possesses a really powerful finish.
So tailor-made for overpace?
Absolutely. If they go too fast, he'll be flying late. Also, maybe keep an eye on 2 Rockstyle R and 3 Head Estate. They both have enough early speed to potentially bother the favorite, even if, their connections might prefer to just take the pocket trip behind him.
Okay, V75-5 looks like a strong lean on one Golden Crescent, with 9 Fawaz Mill as the main danger if the pace gets silly. Now, V75-6, the open division, Axel Jensen's Minislup. The sources are calling this the Omgongen speak. What exactly does that mean?
Ongogan speak literally translates to banker of the round. It means this is the single horse with the strongest consensus backing across all the sources for the entire V75 card.
And that horse is?
Number 3, Keep Asking. Another one from Redden and Kihlstrom.
Of course.
And they're having a good day on paper. He's an elite 4-year-old. The sources basically say he should win this in his sleep.
That's strong. Why?
Lightning fast from the gate. From post 3, the expectation is he just rockets to the lead immediately. There was a slight break in his racing, but the stable reports he's in very good shape.
Right. So if he's considered almost a certainty, the only real point of discussion is the massive upset. If something goes drastically wrong for Tamis, Keep Asking who picks up the pieces.
Well, purely on quality, the main challenger listed is 10 Freyer de Vannery, Gucciadora's horse. He's run some brilliant times, like a 1.08 mile in Italy. Yeah. That's world-class speed.
But again, post 10 over a mile.
Exactly. It's a massive hurdle, requires an exceptional run, and probably trouble for the favorite. The other one mentioned is 7 Life on the Bluff. He actually finished quite close to Keep Asking on a Litlop weekend, despite having issues.
So he has the capacity.
He does, but he's got post 7, which isn't ideal, and importantly, he's coming back after throat surgery. That adds a big question mark, makes it pretty speculative.
Okay, so 3 Keep Asking looks like the anchor for many tickets. Finally, V75-7, the Stowe division, another long one, 2,600 meters auto, 15 mares starting, looks open again. 5 Love Bites is the class horse, right?
Yeah, 5 Love Bites, Kihlstrom drives for Schoen. She's very solid, consistently races against the best mares in Sweden. She's versatile, high capacity, the logical favorite, no doubt.
But
it's a long race, big field. It just screams potential for upsets and, high-value long shots coming from behind.
So where should people be looking for that value in the final leg? Which closers stand out?
Definitely need to look deep into the back row again, focus on capacity and horses maybe flying under the radar, like 13 Sierra. Currently only around 3% owned.
3%?
Yeah. But reports say she's racing in the form of her life. Ran a huge closing race at Furriestad recently, finished second to a monster. She's shown she can overcome tough spots. Post 13 is risky, sure, but that's where the payout comes from.
High risk, high reward. Who else?
12, Ellen Avant. Yeah. Noted for a brilliant closing rush last time out. Seems like she's really due for a win, and the distance suits her well. And then there's 11, Finance Lady Par. New horse for Gucciadora. Believed to be ultra strong. Really capable over this long distance, might run much better than her recent form figures suggest.
Interesting. Any others? What about 15 Laureen BR Hamray trains?
Yeah, she's a strong mare, high capacity too. But post 15 over 2,600 meters, that's just a monumental task. She'd need everything to go right.
Wow, okay. That's a lot to digest across all 7 races at Bjerke. Seems like the common threads show a couple of really strong potential bankers in those 4-year-old races.
Yep, 7 Undinia in V75-2 and Keep Asking in V75-6 stand out as the highest probability winners based on the consensus.
But then you have these really volatile, wide-open races, especially the longer ones.
Absolutely. If you're looking for those aha moments, trying to leverage the complexity for a potentially big score, then the chaos of V75-4 is key. And those deep capacity closers in V75-7. Essentially the long shots we talked about, like 14 Tiberius in V75-4 and 13 Sierra in V75-7. That's where the biggest rewards could lie.
Right. So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave our listeners with something to think about. A final provocative thought, perhaps.
Okay, how about this? We've seen a lot of high-quality Swedish favorites, many driven by Kihlstrom or Jepsen. It makes you wonder, are the top Norwegian local horses, like, say, 5 Skylight in V75-2, or 10 Devilish Hill in V75-3. Are they being forced into making these big equipment changes, like going barfota or driving maybe more aggressively than is ideal, simply to try to match the level of these elite Swedish and Italian invaders?
That's an interesting angle. How much are tactics and equipment dictated by the level of competition coming in? Food for thought. Thanks for joining us for this really intensive look at the V75 sources for Bjerke. We'll be back soon with more deep dives. Good luck if you're playing the card, and talk to you soon.